Hello everyone, it's George and this is the Heads Up podcast. So this week I've got my good mate Wiz joining me on the show.
Oh yeah.
How are you, Wiz?
I'm alright, I've still got the giggles.
Still got the... Oh yeah.
No, not that. The last intro attempt. Tell them what happened.
So we was trying to be quiet to just record some... what do you call it?
No idea.
Oh, but you poo-pooed my idea. So we're just recording some dead air, as I like to call it, at the beginning, so that we could overlay it. Anyways, I'm not going to get into the technicals, and my belly rumbled, and I thought he didn't hear it, and then he did a little childish giggle. So, how's your week been so far, Wiz?
My week's been great. I only worked Monday and Friday, went to see Bowling for Soup live, and then Palestinian band on Wednesday.
Yeah, I was a bit weirded out by the whole Palestinian band thing. Like, I thought, what the fuck is Jim? Is Jim on crack now?
So was I. It was alright. Hare and Hounds in King's Heath. And quite a lot of white people there, actually.
How did your dad find out about it?
He helped organise it somehow, which was interesting.
It just reminds me of You Don't Mess with the Zohan. Like, you're all... you're all kind of, like, in the same vicinity and you all help each other out. That sounds very racist, don't it? I'm not being racist. Wiz is my brother from another mother. So me and Wiz met when... God, what year was it? It was like...
8, 9.
Yeah, you're right. Year 8 or 9. We met through like my mate Jim. At the time, we didn't really see eye to eye.
There was jealousy.
Yeah, there was definitely jealousy. I didn't want him to take my friend away. And... then we just kind of... We didn't really speak, did we, all the way up until college?
No, when you came around my house. And we did our comedy videos.
Oh, and you played the piano.
I did.
God.
But college, no.
You were a chubby little boy, you were, man.
Was. But no, I think of maths. When I'm sitting there in maths in college and I think, I don't know anyone in here. And I got an empty seat next to me, I see you come to the door. And then leave again, and I was like, oh... And then you came back and we had a cracking year.
I saved it for you.
We had a cracking year.
Yeah, I miss Mavasagi. That was the funniest teacher I've ever had, without a doubt.
The Haley story.
Yeah. Haley, was that you? You used to do drawings of her all the time. Have you still got that FBI
I've got
one?
one somewhere, yeah, I have. I don't know where.
She was a lovely old lady, little stout thing, with grey hair. I think she was probably about the height of a mini fridge, weren't she?
Oh my god.
But yeah, we just used to mess about, which is probably why you got kept back, because I only missed maths.
I by 1 mark.
Yeah, but that
the whole year.
What do you mean in year 11 or when you was in college?
No, in college. I had to retake again. No.
See, because I only missed it by 1 mark in school, that's why I had to retake it.
I missed it by something like 3 in school, then 1 in college.
What a wasted second year.
Exactly.
Did you ever again?
No, well, it was only 1 module, so I had someone completely different. It was only one module I had to redo. No, I was gutted. I didn't have anyone that was in the old class. Shame.
Do you remember how many people started that college going, oh, that's what you're doing for your subjects, and they go, I'm doing psychology, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing psychology for?
I did sociology.
Well, sociology is slightly different.
Still the same bullshit though.
But then, oh god.
What did you take?
I did maths, theatre studies,
GCSE
film
maths,
studies. Yeah, GCSE maths. We're not mathematicians. Yeah, I did theatre studies, film studies, media studies, and I kind of put too many eggs in one basket because film studies and media studies were practically the same thing. But I did learn a lot from media studies, whereas film studies was fucking boring. I fucking hated my teacher as well, Roy. So like monotone. It felt like college went in that ear and out the other ear. In one ear, out the other ear.
Very nice too, very nice. What did I take? I took IT, music tech sociology, and came out with 2 Ds and an E in the grades.
You love the take.
2 of them.
DP. So, yeah. The first question I want to ask is, what's your best memory of me? And I know there's going to be a couple where we've been on nights out, but...
Probably in a smoking area.
Yeah.
We have a thing that's apparently where all my stories happen.
It is where all your stories happen.
It's that in Moseley now.
Yeah.
Everything's always with Jim in Moseley.
So Prince of Wales in Moseley,
That's
in the smoking area.
Then the Dark Horse. One of my favourite memories of you. Oh, what was I gonna? I'll just add one then, and it's gone. Actually, do you remember Gatecrasher? When I went to the toilet, okay, I said, George, I'm just going to the toilet, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'll be here. Came back, and you'd left. I was on my own.
I vaguely remember it because I was like
Very drunk.
I don't think I was very drunk though. I think it just kind of like it hit me at a certain point, and it felt like you were gone for ages to the toilet.
I probably got lost in there, to be fair.
And I was just like, I just want to go home now. So I just shot off in a taxi.
I don't remember anything else about that night. Or the other time we went there, we both got served at the same time, either end of the bar, and the plan was we'd go to two different places, and one of us would get served and come back round. We both got served. We ended up with about 10 vodka and cokes or something.
That was the same night, wasn't it?
I think it was. That's probably why it got so messy.
That was like Gatecrasher. Like when we went that night, was really, really quiet, weren't it?
I don't remember going there. I've only been about 3 times. I just remember getting lost every time I go to the toilet there. It's too big.
It's a weird layout as well,
Too
isn't
many
it?
rooms.
You got like the stairs that go up to like different rooms and But that's your best memory of me. Just disappeared.
I did say I don't have one.
I like it when you go.
Yeah, you just leave me. That's all you ever do. I'm trying to think.
I'm like Will Young me.
Have I missed the reference?
I think I better leave right now.
Oh, okay. I'll get it.
Oh, that was poor for you, Wiz.
Yeah, it really was.
Wiz has got this thing. It's kind of annoying at times, but then other times it's pretty funny. He's got this very, very good musical memory where whenever I say a sentence, he'll take the phrase and link it to a song somehow.
Because you quote song lyrics all the time.
No, I don't.
You do?
Song lyrics are made from what people say in real life. I can't help that sometimes the sentences might sound like I'm trying to quote a song, but I'm not.
Even my anaconda don't.
I'm surprised you don't think life is a musical. Oh my god, that sounds like a it sounds like a quote. Life is a musical.
It does a little bit. I'm trying to think of something from college that reminds me of you. There must be something that I'm missing. I just cannot remember.
Definitely the Hayley voice.
Yes, that was too much.
I was able to channel my inner sort of like mousy voice, and Hayley had quite a high pitched voice. Shout out to Hayley Cottrell. And what did I do now? I was like,
she had a back to the white.
Can I come here, please? And she was like, was that you, Hayley? And me and Wiz just fucking creased, man. It was so funny.
Oh, that was too funny.
You had to be there.
You really did. I guarantee nobody's laughing now. But we are, that's the important thing.
Yeah. I do it because I love it.
Just enjoying a nice pear Copperberg.
Elita.
Which does not sponsor your podcast.
Don't name drop.
Sure.
Be liable.
Where's that from? German market? Is it Smart Water?
Swarovski, mate. Pure crystallised glass. What was my best memory of you? Oh, it wasn't that.
It's a bad time to struggle.
Yeah, it's like we did. To be fair, there are like some seriously funny times we've had.
Too many.
Well, most recently we had gone into a bit of a rumpus at Craig David.
Oh god.
That was by far the most irritating gig I've ever been to in my life. Mm-hmm. Craig David was great, and I didn't really like his set, to be fair. It was very DJ-y.
Should probably point out it wasn't a Craig David gig as such. Craig David's TS5, which is all it's all his DJ mixes, garage and all that. A lot of chavs.
Yeah.
A lot of chavs.
That's all we're going to say on the matter. But yeah, we went outside for a smoke in the smoking area.
Of course.
And there was this mouthy blonde woman giving it 5 to the like. It was quite a butch, bold guy.
I'd love to know what happened inside for him to get kicked out.
Yeah. So the security guards were like ushering him out, and then she was like walking towards him at first, weren't she? And the security guards were trying to split them.
Well, yeah, they had the guy by the door, and she was further out by the taxis by the road, and eventually they let them go at the same time. And the next thing you know, he's just obliterated her.
He would have just like been great to film and then edit with like Street Fighter music. It literally, you almost heard the hit.
GTA waste.
It was like she just like dropped like a sack of shit.
Oh god.
But I do hate that about women sometimes.
Well,
like,
the girls that were in the smoking area, even they were saying, "Oh, I can't believe you hit her." I was like, "Well, you know, I'm not going to get touched by anyone like that, so
yeah,
I wouldn't necessarily face plant them." But
my argument here is they both had their opportunities to walk away from it. She was giving it more than he was
from the troubles in their lives.
Fuck off with that shit, man. Yeah, like they both had the opportunities to not get involved in the fight. I don't want to say walking away now. And she just didn't. I think women have this sort of pretense that they've got like loads of people around them, so therefore they can mouth off as much as they want to men and nothing's going to happen from it. But she was like going to hit him. So in my view, they clearly didn't know each other. They both obviously got into a fight inside the gig, and he was trying to get away from the situation. She was mouthing off at him. She tried to go for him and get her comeuppance.
Well, you're going to have a lot of angry feminists now.
I don't care. Come at me. Come at me.
In the comments below. Then like and subscribe.
Sponsored by Copperberg.
Not yet.
Oh, yeah. So, that was probably a recent good memory with yourself.
I'll tell you what, though. Bowling for Soup had a similar turnout to that the other day.
Yeah, but then...
I wasn't expecting it to be that full. It wasn't full as many dickheads,
but then, like, when you go to those sorts of gigs, it's not full of chavs. It's full of, like, decent people that you can actually just...
This is true. There's no trouble at the Palestinian rock gig, mate. None. Just dancing, handkerchiefs in the air and all sorts.
What's this whole thing about, what is it, Palestine and Jerusalem or something like that? I don't know. I don't know. I know nothing about, like, different cultures and...
I know enough to where I can't be asked to discuss it right now. So, next topic.
So what's it like being Jewish?
I wouldn't know, mate. I wouldn't know. I seem to get asked all the time.
So,
how did you get into film and all that? Because I don't actually remember you being that kind of creative when we were younger.
How dare you?
I don't.
I was always creative.
I know you were gay.
I did used to wear a lot of pink.
Oh yeah.
No, well, I was always like arty in school, and I always like came top in my art class. That's no disrespect to anyone else, but I
was better than you.
Let's be honest. So I think it was year 10. Yeah, at the end of year 9, we all got like little tasters for like different subjects that we could go into, and one of them was media. And I saw like one of the projects was to make your own film trailer, and I was like, that's bang on, man, that's right on my street. So I picked media as an option. I still did art, but our art teacher randomly just disappeared in like year 9, so we ended up with supply teachers. So my art kind of like went down a bit. Tom Dovey knows what I'm talking about. And then I did media, got a really good grade in it. Thought I want to like work in television or film. And it just kind of went from there. And then I went to university and ended up leaving with my tail between my legs.
What happened there?
So, it was actually nothing to do with the place itself. I loved Salford and I loved Media City. It was absolutely quality. Everyone at my uni campus as well was fucking legends. So, I loved the whole atmosphere of university, going out on nights out and stuff, and always being late to lectures and whatnot. But the money side of it was where I kind of found it difficult, because when I got there, I applied for loads and loads and loads of jobs, but I wasn't getting anything back. And like my parents did all they could to like try and help me, but the student loan only got me so much because the fucking rent at the place I was staying at was so high. Then I started to get into a panic. Money really stresses me out. If I've got like no money, I hate the feeling. And because I was away from home as well, I was worried that eventually that I wasn't going to have any like food or anything like that. That's how bad it was getting. And the fucking worst thing was my uni accommodation. The Wi-Fi wouldn't reach my room.
I thought you were going to say Wi-Fi.
No. Uni accommodation. The Wi-Fi wouldn't reach my room. So everyone else is getting Wi-Fi in my flat, but me. And didn't realise that my Wi-Fi kept going off onto cellular data, and I'd end up getting like bills from like Vodafone for like 150 quid, which obviously you can't say anything to them because you've used it, and I had to pay that back as well. So it was just money troubles were getting on top of me, and eventually I just decided to pack it up and come home.
Do you regret leaving?
I do and I don't, because I left because my head was in a bad place, but I regret not. I don't know, because the worst thing was a couple of weeks later. This is the definition of irony. Well, probably not the definition of irony, but when I came back, I started working at the cinema again because they're the only place that would have me. I was like, please take me back. So I had to go through fucking training there again, and I fucking hated working at the cinema as well. And I got a call randomly. The job that I really, really wanted was to work in Sole Trader. Remember I used to work in Sole Trader in town?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the Sole Trader in Salford, which was right by the university, called me up to offer me a job as a trainee, part-time trainee manager. And I was like, it's too late now, I've left uni. I know, it was fucking the worst, man. But, you know, no regrets.
He says.
No regrets.
I'll get that tear in a sec.
Yeah, the next thing I want to go on to is because we both had some pretty shitty jobs in our time. What was your worst job that you've had?
By a country mile, it has to be. Do you remember in college everyone was going through the phase of status, King's Heath?
No. You
don't remember this? The call centre. For the windows and all sorts.
Yeah.
For the windows.
Good thing to do when I got like a fucking
big tankard of water,
8 kilogram weight in my hand.
Yeah, people kept going on about that, and I needed a job. So I went there for one shift, and in fact, this is how good it was. They give you a script to say to people down the phone when they first answer.
Who can be moved.
Yeah, that one. And they told me to change my name because people had to keep asking who it was, and they changed it to Ben for me. I didn't even pick my own name. Not even Will.
Ben?
Yeah, Ben. I mean, if that was me, I'd have said Wiz. Okay,
Reminds me
Will.
of Star Wars.
Say Will.
Ben Kenobi.
Michael Jackson.
Ben.
So yeah, Ben. And I did one shift there and thought, wow, this is great. And then they rang me back for another shift I had declined. And went to the football. Good times. Where have you been? You've been sold the cinema.
I got so many.
And obviously the England General now. Well,
I've actually had a few jobs, to be fair. I
can't remember any of them.
Sole Trader I was at from 16 until about 17, and I loved working there, to be fair. It was just I don't know.
Yeah, well,
the manager was a bit.
Yeah. Let's not go into that.
Yeah. But I worked at Sole for a bit. Then I went to H&M, which was great when we was like.
When was this?
I
vaguely remember this.
Second year of college. I only did it for a bit. I started there in August.
17, 18 odd.
Yeah. Started there in August, and then we built up the shop because it was a brand new one opening the pavilions.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And as soon as it opened, they just stuck me on men's floor. I don't know if you've ever worked in the men's department of H&M. I guarantee you haven't. But
because I've never worked for H&M.
It was like it was like you know when you see like an American highway and there's like no cars on it, and there's like a little tumbleweed flies across it. That's what the men's floor was like. So you had no one to talk to, and because there's no customers down there, they only put one member of staff there, so you had no one to interact with. And then one fucking customer would come in every single time. You've just sorted out a pile of fucking clothes perfectly with the folding board, and then they'd come in and be like, I need a large, and they'd fucking pull the pile apart, and you have to rebuild the same thing over and over and over again. So
retail struggles.
Yeah, I was there for like 2 months, and I was like, fuck this, and I went back to Seoul, and then I stayed there for ages. Went to work for Empire Cinemas. Then I worked 6 months with my dad before uni, which that was pretty decent. Yeah.
I remember that.
And then from uni, at uni I actually got like a little trial job in Costa, which didn't work out. The manager wouldn't give me the hours I wanted, and and I needed money. I'll do anything.
Did it cost you?
Very nice. Yeah, so I worked at Costa for a little bit, and then I got a job in office in Manchester, the Arndale, and I fucking hated the management there. Hated them.
What was
I'm not
the
going to
job?
drop any names. It was a shoe shop again. Office.
Oh, I thought you meant an office job. That's why I was like, oh, okay, carry on.
At that point, I'd left. I was only there for like 2 weeks, but I was already on the verge of leaving anyway. But that was like because it was the only place that came back to me and actually offered me the job. I kind of went with it, but I hated her. I think I was late once, and when I say late, she used to want us to get there like 15 minutes earlier for a briefing, and I got there. I think it was like 13 minutes earlier. So bearing in mind the shop doesn't open until 8, but she wanted us there at 1:45. And I turned up a little bit late, and I'd even took pictures on my phone of like the trains, you know, when the trains get delayed and then they cancel. And I rang them up and I explained before I got there, and then when I got there, she took me in the office and gave me a fucking massive lecture, literally in the office. But
oh right,
yeah, I was only kind of a delivery boy there. They kept me in the back. You know what that means. So yeah, then I came back, went to Empire Cinemas. And now I'm at Legal & General, which, shout out to Legal & General.
which you love.
I wouldn't say I love it. I don't love the job.
Oh, you do?
I went for it. No, I don't.
Your manager's listening.
I don't mind that my manager's listening, to be honest. She knows how I feel about the job.
She knows.
She knows. So, surely the go-kart place you fucking hated working at.
You know what? It was... whenever I told people I used to work at a go-kart track, or even when I was there, you'd always get people saying, oh, I bet you love that. As if you're driving around in the go-karts. I mean, like at the cinema, you know, watching
like living in Mario Kart.
Yeah, just throwing banana peels off the back. To be fair, I remember one time we had this rather heavy set girl coming, and
Heavy set? I don't get what you mean.
Slicker than your average. Have you been go-karting before?
I love how you dropped Craig David album name there.
Had to.
Yeah. Formula 1 go-karting in Weston-super-Mare,
right.
you know, on the top floor.
So
Those are fucking dangerous though, man.
Yeah,
I nearly got whiplash.
So you're sitting almost on the floor pretty much with your legs well out in front of you. Now,
Yeah.
you imagine a rather plump girl trying to get up out of one of these go-karts is hilarious.
Looked like a sack of fish at the harbour.
Well, we called her Bowser when she was going around the track.
Did she have the curve in her back and everything?
She had everything. Everything.
Even the horns?
Yeah. Well, I hope not. Probably did. So yeah, no, but I mean, I enjoyed the people I worked with, but I mean, Jesus, there were some right dickheads coming into that place. And I don't know what it was. It used to attract weed smokers.
Well, it was in Kings Norton.
It was, yeah. By the canal.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore. It's now a Rush trampoline park.
It blew my mind that you get off at Kings Norton train station to go to that little section, like that little industrial.
Did you not get off at Bourneville?
No, I didn't realise you can literally walk down from the canal to the thing.
That is incredible. You've never told me that.
To be fair, though, I always used to get dropped off with my dad. It was only like one occasion when I went in a little bit later that I got the train to Kings
I
Norton.
suppose you wouldn't know, but it's handy when you figure it out.
And if you don't know, now you know, people.
Oh, God.
But, yeah.
Have you got a bucket list?
I've got a bucket list. This is turning into Ricky
that?
Gervais idiot abroad now. The bucket list.
I'm curious.
See the glaciers before they melt.
You know, is there anywhere you want to go that you've never been to? Maybe it's somewhere successful or... Sorry.
Thanks, mate. I think we're just going to end it here. No, my life, I mean. No, I think I'd love to go to...
America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, definitely America. New York, in
I
particular.
just remembered another story for you.
Go on, then.
It was that time, and you're going to hate me bringing this up, when we were coming back from...
Fucking hate Birmingham. Is it that one?
Yes, it's that one. Where were we? Subculture?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we bumped into a friend who shall remain unnamed. Yeah, that one. And we were walking back to the taxi, and you just had a right rampage.
It's like one of them soldiers outside the Buckingham Palace.
Don't change subject.
Go on, carry on with your story.
So I had to restrain you from punching advertisement boards and all sorts, screaming, "I hate Birmingham."
I could have been a fighter. I really could have.
But you're not.
Yeah. But you do NBA, don't you?
I love NBA, mate.
Yeah.
Bit of basketball.
Shout out to Tom.
Yeah.
Stay in kids' school.
Stay in kids.
I love how you end it there, just to make it sound even worse.
Hilarious.
What about your bucket list then, mate? What you got planned?
My bucket list.
Completely down in my ideas.
Sorry. I'm trying to get some more music projects going, as I've done absolutely nothing musical for the last few years.
Sing us a song.
Which is a sad thought. And no.
Come on. Do your cover of Snow, Informer. Come on. Absolutely not. Just for the podcast.
Absolutely not.
Please.
Absolutely not.
I'll pay you.
How?
A £5.
We have just had pizza.
I'm not going to pay you in pizza, am I? That's not currency.
It is to me. I love a good pizza. But no.
You can let go of the table, Wiz. Just to me.
Are you itchy or is it just me?
I think it's just you, mate.
Oh.
Dandruff's a bitch, isn't it?
I was doing a night shift at my old store the other week, and for some reason we were working all the frozen stuff, so it was freezing. And just for some bizarre reason, me and my mate were just both really itchy, and I just couldn't work out whether it was the temperature or what. But it was both of us.
Yeah, I think it's quite hot in here, so you're getting a bit sweaty.
I saw Nelly live the other month, didn't I?
Fuck. You're relentless.
I must do your editing.
Sometimes.
But you're playing footsie with me, so it's all good.
So hang on. I just said what's on your bucket list, and you said to do more music projects. That's not really a bucket list entry, is it?
It depends which way you look at it, because there's things that I haven't done before that I want to do.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't say it's things to do before you die, is it?
Well, why not? Maybe I want to do some solo stuff that I've never done before.
Were you in a band?
Quite handy.
Oh yeah, you were in a band, weren't you?
I was, yeah, but that was slapping the bass.
That was Oasis 2.
Yeah, good times.
What was your band's name again?
Oh, I'm not saying.
Come on.
I'm not saying.
Come on.
It wasn't Hurricane Eyes.
Come on.
I just said it.
Oh, Hurricane Noise.
Hurricane Eyes.
Oh.
That's my accent, that is.
Can you read that, Hurricane?
No. Did you hear we had an earthquake this morning, apparently?
Yeah, it was in South Wales, wasn't it?
Yeah, but apparently it came up to here. I didn't feel anything. I thought
I've had it up to here.
Thought my dad was on his way home. Shout out, Dad.
I always forget your dad's name. What's your dad's first name? Hakban.
Yeah. That's it, yeah.
What is it?
Hey, Steve. You know Steve?
Fuck.
Steve Hawash.
Steve.
Did I tell you about that junk email I got a while back about
Wassim.
No, I got one off someone claiming to have been dealing with one of my great uncle's bank accounts, and his name was Jason Hawash.
Jason.
My Uncle Jay. Never met him.
Jason Hawash.
Sounds like a nice guy. Now he's on the other side. How many is that now? It's a solid 3 I've already dropped.
Yeah. Should do a counter.
Ding! We should. Oh, so what are your plans with this podcast then? What would you like to achieve? Obviously spending more time with me.
Domination! Nah, to be fair, it's a nice excuse to actually get people round and actually talk about stuff. Because what do we always do every time we meet up?
Talk shit.
No, we don't talk shit. We talk about things that have happened in the past all the time. So, and it's always nice to hear a recording of Tom anyway.
Yeah.
That's special.
I love that one you put at the start of one of your videos. The ice cream.
I like ice cream too. Let's get the recording.
Oh, that was too funny. That was too funny.
I don't get why you don't do this music channel.
Yeah, I mean, I just think there's so many of them. I don't know.
Yeah, but you gotta have a bit more belief in yourself, mate.
Oh, I have 100% belief in myself.
I
don't believe in. I lack belief in other people to realise my potential. That's what it is.
It's a very stubborn way of looking at it.
Nah.
You don't understand what I am.
You'll miss me when I'm gone. But,
Really?
what?
That's another song?
Oh, the cup song?
Yeah.
You should try and do that glass.
Oh, yeah.
This massive barrel you've got on the table.
Shout out the German market. No, it's a really fucking heavy mug, to be honest. But I think, you know what I might do one day, because it's got really, really thick sides. I might... Yeah. Thanks, mate.
That's alright. I thought you were in the middle of talking.
Right, I'm going to find this clip of Tom, just for the purpose of the podcast. You carry on, keeping them entertained. Go on.
Well, if that was a camera, I would. I answered the phone. Actually, George rang me this morning while I was busy doing something. So I decided to FaceTime him back while I was in the shower. No nudity involved.
There was nudity.
There wasn't.
I saw your tits.
Yeah, this is true.
Your moves.
Solid B cups.
Right, you ready?
Of course.
Oh, like ice cream too.
Oh, God.
It's his fucking egg-shaped head, man.
I kind of wish he was here, to be honest. I feel like...
He really does look like a cone head.
See, the thing is, if Tom was here, we would definitely have a Ricky Gervais, Carl Pilkins, Stephen Merchant vibe.
Yeah. I said to him on the last one, like, he should do a diary. I'd love to hear his thoughts throughout the day. You'd probably just be blank, to be fair, or just pictures.
To be fair, what are some of the absolute classics he's come out with in the past? Oh, do you remember the protein?
Oh, yeah. I've got some of that wahey protein.
Wahey.
Yeah.
So there was that, and I remember actually you weren't out with us that night because you're not our friend. We were out one night.
It's not true, people.
It is. Yeah, we were out one night, and Tom wanted to get some food after, so we've gone to a chicken shop. And Tom's asking me what halal means, so I explained to him. It's just like I explained it's just what the Muslims eat. It's how they slaughter their meat, halal. And Tom's response was, "Oh, I thought that was like how they say hello." And then on top of that, he added the fact that he thought that halal meat was with herbs.
Classic.
Which is, I guess, is kind of true.
Well, that's almost similar to my story. Oh, this should be a segment. Your famous Tom stories. We was on the bus to college the one day, and he looked out the window and he goes, "No, I looked out the window first, and I said, 'Oh my God, there's a Rolls Royce there.' He went, 'Rolls Royce? Isn't that the cafe in Coronation Street?'"
Oh God, Roy's Rolls. Oh, I love Tom. I do. I love slapping his head. I still got that slow motion video of me slapping his head. That's in this.
No.
Oh,
You got it?
Yeah, of course. It was when we came for the Floyd and Connor fight, and when we were waiting for our taxi in the morning, which took about 2 hours.
Yeah, and you were just singing fucking Heather Smalls.
What was I singing?
Or M People, or whatever it was. No, it was Gabrielle.
Oh, because I had just seen her live, to be fair. I don't know what this is, but we're going to play it. Don't quite know what that was, but sure.
That was very X-rated.
Oh, here we go, this is it.
Slow-mo slap.
There's not even a
He
ripple.
really is like Carl Pilkington, though.
Oh, we love him.
Yeah.
We absolutely love him.
Right. I'm on this site now where I'm trying to find the strangest stories of the week.
Oh, that's gone quick.
It has.
That really has. I can't remember what
One thing that I've definitely got to bring up is, and you called it the first time round, and to be fair, there was a lot of us. What should we say?
Doubting, hating.
Yeah.
He's gonna hate.
No, what do they call them? When you're not a proper fan, you're not a true
Casual fan.
Yeah, casual fans. To be fair, I was really, really hyped for the Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor fight, because obviously it's never been done before. I thought Conor was going to smash him, to be fair. But
and then fight.
Huh?
And then fight.
But yeah, it turned out to be. Well, I still think Conor did pretty well.
He did.
I think he made a good account of himself, but you could sort of tell. The more and more I've watched it, you could sort of see that Floyd wasn't even fucking bothered by it. But the big news that's came out recently, and I don't know whether it's going to fucking carry on into anything, but Floyd wants to fight Conor in an MMA match, which you know is going to be plastered with rules.
And you know it won't happen.
What will happen?
They won't happen. That fight won't happen.
I don't know, you know.
It won't.
I think it might, but if he's got a specific rule set...
We said it the first time about the boxing, I didn't think it would happen. However, there wasn't as much to lose, whereas if Floyd takes that fight, his legacy's on the line, really. I don't think he'll take it. I think it's just to keep his name relevant. And then possibly he'll fight another average boxer for whatever reason for a payday.
I don't think it... I get, like, obviously his legacy is his brand, and that's how, like, he makes so much money, but I think he'd get a lot of respect off people if he tried to do MMA. Just like Conor got a lot of respect for the boxing.
To me, it depends on his approach. I mean, I'd want to see him actually train, and what I'd want to see is I want him to announce the fight and give it some good time before it actually starts, rather than 2 months or something.
It was 6 weeks, weren't it, after the press conferences?
The first one?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. But I mean, it's different though with an MMA fight.
I think the press conferences were better than the actual fight, to be fair.
I think they do, but I don't really like that whole spectacle of things.
But Conor McGregor in a press conference,
there's no one better.
Yeah, ain't no one better.
There isn't.
But I was watching Undisputed, like a show in America. I don't know if you've seen like clips of it on YouTube, but it was that guy that. Conor McGregor was like, who the fuck is that guy?
Oh, Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah, he was on there and he was talking about it, and he thinks that it probably will happen if there's enough build up again, like it was before.
I can't see it.
But he thinks with like a specific rule set.
I can't see. I can see him doing maybe just a stand-up fight.
I think
striking.
Yeah, I think it would be good if, even if they do boxing again. So no kicking or anything like that. I know it's not a proper MMA fight then, but with like no fucking ref trying to pull them apart every 5 seconds. Do you know what I mean?
That's the boxing rules though.
Yeah, but the boxing without that, because I think that ruined it for the McGregor Mayweather fight the first time round. That fucking ref.
Yeah.
He was too in favour of Mayweather, and that's probably going to bring a lot of fucking hate towards me, but I don't give a fuck.
I can see that, but no, that fight won't happen. And if it does, it'll be a quick one.
You'd actually, yeah.
Very quick.
Yeah.
The other I'd like to see Floyd and CM Punk.
Oh yeah.
That would be good.
Fucking what was his name? Joe Rogan and Fingerball were talking about.
That'd actually be more. I'd be more interested in that than Floyd and Conor, if I'm honest.
I actually think that Punk would get knocked out. I think Floyd would actually knock him out.
To be honest, I don't know if Floyd's never grappled before.
Well, we beat the Big Show.
This is true. Well, this is true. Yeah, I just can't see Floyd and Conor happening in MMA. I could see a boxing rematch.
Oh God! Look at this picture of Tom. Fucking hell!
It's like a Big Shaq, but
it kind of looks like, I don't know.
Big Mac. What it is.
Big Mac. Man's not fat.
Is that a black Santa?
No, it's a Santa with sunglasses.
Oh, right. But the hands though?
His gloves. He's wearing gloves and boots.
Oh, right. Apparently I'm just racist.
I think you are. That's a great picture. Tom having sex with Poe out of Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Great times. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Anyways, so I think McGregor deserves a rematch, to be fair, because how little time did he have to prepare for the Floyd fight?
How much money did he get paid?
Yeah, but at the same time, he still took the L. Still took the loss for the sake of
Took the loss like a boss. Yeah. I don't know, man. I just can't see it. Just cannot see it.
But you couldn't see the last one, so maybe that's a good sign.
Yeah, possibly. But I'd only be right again. So this is the problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't be fucking staying up to watch it again. I'd probably go out on a night out that next time. Like if it does happen again, I don't feel
See,
like I felt like a miserable bastard the next day. I really did. I was that tired.
I've been put off by that. Me and Jim went to watch Hey Bellew last year. It's like Hey Jude. Hey Bellew. We saw it at the Goose Celio last year, and there was a fight in there, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ!
Oh, of course there's gonna be in there a fucking boxing match.
Yeah, the best part, Jim got headbutted.
Did he?
Yeah. Unintentionally, but I wish I saw it. Been quite funny.
So I think we're gonna call it a day there.
Yeah, or a night at this rate.
Yeah, to be fair, it is pretty late.
9:05.
But thank you everyone for tuning in. If you have listened to the podcast, then I'm going to be doing some more in the future. I know you're probably thinking, no! But I do enjoy having these conversations and whatnot, and being able to listen back to them anyway. So, yeah, if you enjoy it, like and subscribe, and hopefully Wiz will be sorting a channel out soon and doing his own little covers and whatnot. Right?
Hey, comment below if you want to see.
I'm gonna keep them now. But yeah, thanks everyone.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Oh yeah.